All right, señores. This is the second platform that we are going to see here in the city, Chichen Itza, and of course, this one is the most interesting, the most important one in the city. Why? Because this is the one that they use to sacrifice their enemies. This is the famous sacrificial altar. Okay. This one is so similar to that one that you saw back there. Okay, smaller stairways facing the cardinal points and the same decoration. Look, the snakes on the top of the stairway. Okay, and they brought the prisoners. Those were the guys that were sacrificed here. Okay, representation of prisoners or captives on the top of the platform. You see that?
And then the
Mayans
jaguars
at that
eating their
time,
heart.
Mayans at that time, they opened the chest of their enemies to remove the hearts. They offer the hearts to the gods in those special ceremonies. But also here in the Yucatan, Mayas use the wells that I mentioned, the sinkhholes, the cenotes, to sacrifice their enemies too. They prove it because when they were making explorations in the waters of those cenotes, they found the offerings that they dropped at the time made of gold and silver. But at the end, those archaeologists found also human bones that prove that theory. Okay? 80% of the bones that they found in the waters of the cenotes were men and women, and the other 20% children. Why Mayans sacrifice children at that time? They always ask for the best to the gods, so they have to offer the best for them, and they consider the children the best that they can offer to their gods at that time. Sacrifice here their enemies. Okay, beautiful decoration on the walls of the sacrificial altar. It's called sacrificial altar. Okay, now
The captives on the top and the jaguar eating their hearts. And the eagles. Oh, the wall of skulls.
what you know what they found inside this huge platform?
Skulls.
Skulls, but only that. What happened with the rest of the bodies, they don't know what happened with them. They only found the skulls inside. But when they found them, señores, they got surprised because they were so strange. Most of them were long ones. Okay, as you see on the representation of those on the walls, no one is the same like the other one. They are different. Okay, what about those skulls in that shape? They were so long. When first explorers came and they saw those skulls in that shape, very long ones, they believed that those guys were not humans, that they were aliens. That is the origin of the theory of the aliens. But no, at that time, when their babies were only 5 days, these things you see here are made by hand by these guys. Those are Mayans people, 100% Mayans. They can help you with these things. They speak English, okay? What I would like to recommend to you is this, okay? Obsidian, which is the glass from the volcanoes. The Mayas import the obsidian from Guatemala, Central America. Is where we have the closest volcanoes to this area. It's a glass and it's very sharp, so that's why they use it for this, for their weapons, arrowheads, knives, spears, axes, etc. These are the knives that they use for war. The warriors.
Used
See?
to have one of
The
them.
warriors use this kind of knives. What about the ones that they use for the human sacrifices? Is this one. This is the sacred knife that they use for the human sacrifice. You see the difference? This one for the warriors and this one for the human sacrifices. These guys today, they make replicants from the most important gods made of obsidian. Okay, I don't have a here. This is one of the gods. Look, same material. If you put this the figure, you know, in this under the sun, and you move it, you see how the color changes.
Changes. Wow.
Beautiful. This is the golden obsidian. You can buy obsidian. Also, the obsidian is called the healing glass. The healing glass. It's the same. Where can you find this, señores? In a hotel, in the spas. Yeah, this is what they use for the massage. El massage. Massage. It's medicine too. You have a bad knee, you have arthritis, this is medicine too. Okay? Later, you can come back here to you want to buy something. Look, the replicants of the masks that were covering the faces of the kings when they died. They used to cover the faces of their kings with that kind of mask made of obsidian or jade too. Look how beautiful work on wood. Look, this is made by hand. All of this is made by hand. Look, some of them are representing some of the most important gods. But look, they work also on the stone, wood, bone, different materials, señores. Okay? Let's go. Later you can come back. Later you can on the walls. Look, the two square columns in front forming the entrances. The one on the left side was representing a very important person in a standing position, very well dressed, holding a scepter and wearing a beautiful headdress. They believe that that person was a Mayan king, very important one here. The column on the right, you see that? Showing a woman, also very well dressed. Maybe it's the wife of that important person. So if he's the king, that or she was the queen. Now, representation of high priest. Okay, on that side, that is a high priest, a holy man. But the most important decoration is inside on the walls. Look, the decoration on the walls, those carvings, you see? Look, those people right there on that side. Can you see those people right there? Very tall guys, very well dressed for war, wearing those beautiful headdresses and some of the helmets, like those ones up there. You see the helmets? Look how they are carrying their weapons, spears, bow and arrows, shields, Those are the Toltec people that came here 10th century after Christ. Who are those people on the right side, on that side? Those are Mayans. So this is representing the war between these two cultures. The winners were the Toltecs, they mixed it with the Mayans, and then they built this nice city called Chichen Itza, or the new Chichen Itza. Okay? Let's see the ball field. That was the ball field that Mayan people built in the whole Mayan area. The Mayan area covers an extension of 200,000 square miles. It's not only the Yucatan Peninsula, señores, no. It's also part of Central America. There are 4 countries in Central America that are part of the Maya land. Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. All of that is the Mayan area. And they found more than 3,000 cities in all of this territory. But here in Chichen Itza is where the Mayas built the biggest bulkhead in the whole Mayan area. Look how this building is in good condition today because it's been restored in different periods of time, of course. Look, the platforms decorated with the snakes. On the corner you see the head of the snakes. You see? On the corners you see the snakes. Okay? Vertical walls. In the center of each one you see the stone ring. You see? If were the Mayans, they have to pass the ball through the ring during the game. 2 teams, señores, 2 teams of 7 players, and 2 of them considered the captains, of the teams. Those were the guys playing on the top of the platforms. The other ones at the level ground. Okay, they passed the ball to the captain that was on the top of the platform using their hips, their knees, and the elbows. Only that to touch the ball. It was difficult to them to pass the ball through the ring during the game. But when one of the teams could do it, they could pass the ball through the ring, that means victory for the team that did it. I said back there that at the end of that game, one of the teams were sacrificed, right?
Yeah.
Which one, señores? What do you
Losers.
think? Losers? You? Winners. One more, because it's here we have 1-on-1. One more.
Winners.
The winners, señores. The winners were the guys that were sacrificed, not the losers. Why?
Because they were the best.
That's what they told you back then.
Uh-huh.
Mayas always have to serve the best to their gods. Always. Okay? First, it wasn't a sport for them. It wasn't a sport. No. It was a ritualistic activity. They played for their gods.
Warriors.
Number 5.
Players.
Number 6. And number 7 right here. It's 2:15, right? 2:15. So that means that you have 1 hour from now to come back to our transport. I think it's enough time for you for exploring by your own and then come back to our transport. If you go that way, just passing the sacrificial altar and you go to the left, you will find the road that takes. Okay. Now, if you wanna go to the exit, is that way. When you get to the big umbrellas back there, not these first ones here, the big umbrellas back there, and go to the right to find the exit. Okay. I said that I will be there, in the place we left our transport 10 minutes before. Okay, muy bien.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the roads my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead.
Glad Diego knows where he's going.
Yeah, he's good. He knows very well the town.
What a great town.
It's just nice. You see, it's quiet, small,
Quiet.
quiet. Yeah, nice. Nice place.
Awesome. Cocteleria.
Seafood. Seafood.
Another double slug bug. Did you call the color? No, so I get the points. Why?
It doesn't matter the color.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Only if it's on that day.
It's Blue Day.
That was a white one.
Hey, ¿qué haces? Ah, te mandé un mensaje y no contestas. No, voy allá con ese azul que es un poco más bajito. No, lo voy a probar. 34 voy a comprar, a ver si me queda. Sí, porque 36 ya está muy grande. Sí, bueno, está bien. Oigo a Luffy ya, ladrando. Ah, sí, tan mala suerte los tigres, desgraciado. Ah, ya regresó flaco todavía. Pyramids. Nice haciendas here. Today they are in nice condition. They were restored by the Mexican archaeologists. They are used as hotels or restaurants or museums, nice, beautiful haciendas. Also here we have nature. Mire, yo vine en el 92. Usted que vino en el 91, ¿no? Algo así. Yo tenía 24, 91.